She almost had the tripod. There's a little level dot right here.
Where's that?
Right there.
Okay.
Right there.
Yep.
And first you want to get level.
How do you know my desk is level?
I don't care. Because this levels, you know, your desk doesn't need to be level.
Really?
Really? This has all these little adjuster screws on it.
Is it level?
It's level.
Yay! Jim, what big fingers you have.
See? When it's out of level, it won't run.
It won't run if it's out of level.
Did you see it spinning in there?
Yeah?
Okay.
This is so cool. I think this is so cool. So what does the blinking mean?
That means that it was out of level.
And then you hit that button, and when it's solid?
Yeah.
So now it's thinking?
No, now it's running.
How do you know it's not?
What's
How do
it-
you know it's
what's
level?
that?
It's like doing beep, 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 and then it's stopping.
It's still running. When you get the receiver.
What's a receiver?
That receives a laser beam from that thing.
Really?
Yeah. There's some fancy shit, Kel.
I never knew this was so much. So what's it doing? Thinking right now, like a computer?
No, it's just running.
Just running?
Thing's still blinking.
No, but it's making noise.
Yeah, it's running. See a thing spinning?
Yeah.
Sharp lights. Should be able to see
Holy cool! That's
see a
neat.
red line whipping around.
I don't see a red line. No red line is whipping.
You're doing.
Is there supposed to be?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Maybe Randy sold us a defective one.
No, because I remember Robbie using it. Yeah,
Now it's a white light. Is it red? And I just can't see
it's
it?
red in there. I seen it.
Where do you see it?
Oh, you gotta get right perfectly with it.
It's... Oh.
See it?
No. Oh, I see like a little red line in the middle.
Yep.
Yeah, I saw that. Okay, now I get it. Okay. Now what's this that you have right there?
This is the receiver.
We gotta turn the light back on. Okay.
Okay, we got.
There we go. That's it.
We got problems.
Uh-oh, what's wrong?
This don't work.
Huh?
This don't work.
Is there a battery
Yes,
part or no?
I just put one in. Holy.
It beeped!
There we go.
Oh, it's working! Jim, it's a miracle. Look at this. This is so cool.
See how it beeps? Then you got solid beep.
What's the solid beep?
Solid beep is,
Right there.
that's what we want to look for.
So they put this on a tripod at the highest point.
Yep. Well, they put this on a tripod. You know, the three-legged tripod.
And we'll get that before.
And,
Okay, we'll do an example then. I see what you're saying. So that's your beginning point that it stays there, and that's where you shoot.
Hang on, I gotta find something for it.
This is exciting, Jim. This is really neat.
Ah, there we go.
And this is just think about it. This is a lot of our issues, and we're trusting people on this all the time.
I'm gonna use this thing first, Dick. Guys are probably wondering where I am.
You're teaching Kimberly. Oh, so
Okay. So
okay. Now the stick is your tripod. We're using it as just
the desk is a tripod,
as a tripod.
and this is. If you look on this, it tells you which way to go. There's arrows.
Okay.
If you're too high or too low.
Okay.
See, it says that's 0 point.
That's what you want.
That's 0 point right there.
Gotcha.
Yep. That's 0 point.
Okay.
Then if you look at it and you see that slower beep,
Yeah.
like that, there's an arrow on there. It means your stick has to go up. It tells you which way you have to move
Gotcha.
your stick. Okay, so if this is our 0 point,
Okay.
Alright, let's see, there's the hole over there. So we're going to go to the low point. We're just going to go to...
You're just
do
going
this for
low.
reference, just to
Okay.
show you. Then
Okay.
you go to the low spot in the base, and where you're digging, you get your solid beep. So that's minus 17.5. So, you know, so I moved the receiver 17.5 inches, basically,
To make it a 0.
to make it a 0.
So if they make it a 0 at all the points, that's where you put the negative and the
Yeah,
positive that determines.
But you got to raise your stick.
That's
you know,
the key to it.
Or if you take and you mark this and you slide it, that's more complicated because then you end up with a whole bunch of marks on your
So
stick.
if you just have the stick and you use your ruler like you said, that makes
Yep.
it. So you don't need 2 people to do this. You just set the tripod at your 0 and then you go around doing
Yeah,
it.
you set it at your 0 up on the hill here by the tree.
Okay.
That was 0. Then I went from that 0 point over to here, and you know, it was 17 inches of difference.
So what about if they have a driveway, like a 16 by 150? How do they know if they're going to need fill or more brought
Well,
in?
you look
Because
at
of
the high
ruler.
point of your driveway again, and then you got to figure out where your garage is going to be. You know, if
Okay.
they're going to have a garage.
So then you
garage
redo it on that area.
Yep. So then you still use your 0 point, because let's say there's a garage going to go out over here.
Okay.
So you still have your 0 point, and just for instance, let's just use Hanson's for example. This was kind of the grade that Hanson ended up with, and their garage floor is way up here.
Okay.
So that tells you, you know, you can figure out how many yards of fill you need because your garage floor is so high, and you need to pitch. So then you get your 0 point, you go over to where your garage is, you figure your garage floor where your garage floor is going to be, and then you figure your 150 feet of driveway. So you start at your garage, get your 0 there,
Okay.
same basis,
Okay.
you know, because you just figure out driveway
Yeah.
now, right?
Yes. Just
So you find your
different.
0, then you go your 150 feet down, and you get another point.
So you'll know even if they have existing if they're going to be too low. Bottom line.
Yep.
And that's what we need to know because we need to pitch away from the house. It needs to go
Yep.
down.
Once
Gotcha.
you get your reference point,
Your reference points is that point that you use for the whole duration.
Yep. then once you get this reference point, if let's say,
And the reference point is that high mark, the 0, because that's 10 feet away from the home. So that's why we need to determine finishing grade when we're saying different things, 10, 15, or 20. That's where it's not that simple because it's all different.
yeah,
I totally understand what you're saying right now. Totally understand. So we should know from this side eval, we should know what if we need fill brought in or not by kind of knowing the soil around it, if it's
Yep.
clay or not, right? And talking with you, of course, make sure our calculations are right before someone comes in. We should easily know if we laser correctly.
this should tell you everything.
Gotcha. And this is brought to you by Kimberly and Jim.
Always make sure you shut this stuff off.
Yes. And Jim will only maintenance it if it's clean. Say bye, Jim.
Bye.